But Tank, man, this is God day, you know. He got the two baddest people in the business and on this, what you call it, that's Al and Floyd, you know. Respect Floyd to the utmost, man. He just let me just come in the gym, just do me, you know.
The undefeated icon, famous for his flawless defense and masterful ring intelligence, has joined Gervonta Davis's camp as he prepares for his upcoming showdown with Jake Paul.
Who that?
Hey, bro. Hey, nobody record.
Only Al can record, and I'm top dog. Al Productions.
Motherfucker gonna get anything. Let the shit camera please. But we know what it's for us. We ain't been showing, so we put the shit out there just in case it get worse, right?
Well, we on live.
Good move. Good move.
Boy,
Bring it on.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get on it. Nope. Now you already know you don't want to, but you already know you got.
Floyd Mayweather is officially back in the spotlight, but this time, he's not just observing from the sidelines. He's stepping in as a mentor once again, guiding his former protege back into battle.
Some of that body shot already got you. Good move.
Boy,
Bring it on.
3100. I'm a 32.
Get on it. Nope. Now you already know you don't want to, but you already know you got.
Tank vents out on social media. He's been through a lot, you know, throughout his life. So, but I take my hat off to him. I'm proud of him. Saturday night we had a game plan.
Here's where things get interesting. This reunion carries real emotion. Gervonta "Tank" Davis spent 7 years under Mayweather Promotions, from 2015 to 2022, a stretch that molded him into one of boxing's brightest stars. Their separation came shortly after Davis delivered a brutal knockout against Rolando Romero, his final bout under Floyd's promotional banner.
I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine, but it was somehow that they were saying that I was messing with his daughter off of the fact that she kept Snapchatting me.
Okay.
She kept hitting me on the Snapchat, so they sent it to Floyd, and Floyd bugged out.
Okay.
So that's what made it.
Seeing them reunited feels like a student returning to the master who taught him the science of hit and don't get hit. Inside the gym, Floyd is back in his element, refining Tank's signature shoulder roll, sharpening his counter timing, and ensuring every motion reflects that unmistakable money team precision.
Do business with you if you act like this.
But it happens a lot in boxing, though, right?
Oh yeah, because
to be
it's
common in
strategic.
boxing, yeah.
Floyd was telling him all these things.
Floyd's given this counsel to
Yes.
Gervonta.
Who do you think is telling him to do the rehydration clauses and not, putting all these stipulations on me? You can't do this, you can't do that. The ring needs to be this size. It's Davis Garcia. It's not. But all these things were all by.
The master with the blueprint has reunited with the student built to perfect it. Because when Floyd Mayweather steps back into your corner, you're not just getting ready for another fight. You're learning how to become untouchable. And just when the story couldn't get any more explosive, Robert Garcia stepped in and lit up the conversation. The veteran trainer didn't hold back, saying that while Tank's talent is undeniable, fans have been left waiting for the big matchups that never happened.
That Tank boxing skills is really better than his power. He just didn't have to use his boxing skills, but Tank can really box his ass off. And so when we in a boxing gym, Sean, as you've seen me tell Tank a lot of times, stop always resorting just to your power and use your boxing skills. And that's what Tank did in this training.
This isn't just training, it's mentorship revived. Floyd is teaching Tank how to turn chaos into control, how to make rivals miss by inches, and how to command every round with patience and precision. And Tank, he's completely dialed in, sharper, calmer, and more dangerous than ever. This isn't just another camp. It's the reunion of two eras colliding under one roof.
I think Tank never gave us the fights that we really wanted. Never really gave us those challenges. He never really challenged himself. He didn't give Rhodes that rematch, which he should have. Mayweather did it when he had a hard time with Maidana and Castillo. right away. He did the rematches to prove everybody wrong, and look at what he did. He beat him clear.
And honestly, he's got a point. Fans have been waiting for years to see those legacy-defining fights, the ones that would cement Tank's place among the greats. The rumored rematches, the dream bouts against top contenders, but instead, we've seen him coasting through exhibitions and having fun sparring guys twice his size. Garcia didn't stop there. He reminded everyone that when Floyd was questioned, he always answered back. Castillo, Maidana, immediate rematches that silenced every critic. Tank, on the other hand, seems to have walked away from his toughest challenges like a man leaving unfinished business behind.
So Tank should have done the same. He didn't. That I could criticize. But then at the end also, if you're making 30 to 50 million, I don't even know what he's making. If I had one of my fighters get an offer to fight a big celebrity, a big YouTuber for 20, 30 million dollars, I would probably do that.
Now, to be fair, Garcia's not entirely wrong. Fans crave real competition, high-stakes fights, rivalries, and the kind of drama that defines legacies. But then you see Tank pulling in around $50 million for a single exhibition against Jake Paul, and it makes you stop and think, who in their right mind would turn that down? Let's be honest, if Jake Paul offered most fighters that kind of payday, they'd be lacing up their gloves by sunset. That's the thing about Garcia's take. He might not approve of it, but he understands it. Because when the lights fade and the belts gather dust, it's the money that builds empires and secures futures.
I don't blame him. You know, it's boxing. At the end of his career, 20 years from now, nobody's gonna care how many belts he won or who he fought. The only thing that matters is that he's gonna be able to take care of his family, himself, for the rest of his life, and that's the most important thing. So I don't disagree with what he's doing. Do I like it? No, but I don't disagree.
So yeah, maybe fans didn't get the matchups they dreamed of, but Tank got the life he always wanted. And honestly, that's a victory of its own kind. Just when Robert Garcia had everyone debating legacy and respect, boom, Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis flipped the entire conversation. Now it's the $1 Million Mayhem show, a knockout bonus on the line. Come on, that's not boxing. That's a live-action video game with real-world consequences. Jake announced there's a massive payday waiting for a highlight reel finish. And you could practically hear Tank's smile from across the globe. Put that kind of money in front of a man like him, and suddenly every punch has bad intentions.
The only reason it had to be an exhibition is just because of the weight. Yeah. But other than that, there's a winner. I don't know if I can say it, but well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
Big knockout bonus.
Okay. So if someone knocks the other one out, they're gonna get a big bonus.
A bonus? A knockout bonus? Hold on. Let's go back and confirm a few things. So there will be a winner and a loser, unlike that Floyd Mayweather, Logan Paul.
This isn't just about pride anymore. It's about who walks out of Atlanta a few $1 million richer, and with bragging rights big enough to fuel an ego for years. And let's be real. 12-ounce gloves, professional judges, real stakes. You can call it an exhibition all you want. But this looks a lot like a sanctioned street fight with a camera crew. If Tank connects with one of those trademark left hands, Jake's influencer career might start buffering mid-live stream. But credit where it's due. Jake's putting his money where his mouth is, betting millions on himself like he's playing Monopoly with real cash. That's either next-level confidence or a caffeine overdose, and we're about to see which one it is. Here's the twist, though. With knockout bonuses, side bets, and an electric crowd ready to explode, this fight isn't about stats or records. It's about moments, reactions, and who can turn chaos into a headline.
So it's an exhibition, but there's pro judges. There's going to be a winner. It's not like your brother and Floyd.
No, correct. There's going to be a winner.
And there will be a KO bonus. So whoever wins by KO, they get a big bonus.
Well, there's like a big knockout bonus.
Okay.
So if someone knocks the other one out, they're going to get a big bonus.
And TKOs are included.
What about, does TKO count?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I'm betting $10,000 on Gervonta Tank Davis to knock out Jake Paul on my...
If Jake wins, the internet will melt down. If Tank wins, it's poetic justice in motion. Either way, someone's walking out wealthier. Someone's waking up sleepier. And the rest of us are watching like it's the season finale of boxing's wildest reality show. And just when it felt like the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis spectacle couldn't get any more unpredictable, here comes Antonio the Magic Man Tarver stepping into the mix. And honestly, he's saying what most fans have been quietly thinking. This matchup looks unusual. Sure, we've seen David vs. Goliath before, but this version comes with Netflix cameras, a size gap you could park an SUV in, and Tank swinging upward like he's fighting on hard mode in a VR game.
Well, you know, Jake's a businessman, and everybody know that. You know what I mean? But Gervonta Davis is a fighter. You know, he's a champion fighter, and hey, but it's a great event, man. It's gonna be huge. Netflix is involved, and anytime you know you got those big players involved, you know it's gonna sell. So,
but here's the thing: Tarver wasn't hating; he was just being honest. Everyone knows Jake's got that supplement brand power, built like a walking billboard for protein shakes. But Tank's got that blink and you're unconscious kind of precision. And Tarver's right. Visually, this fight's gonna look insane. Jake's built like a linebacker, Tank's built like a hand grenade. You don't need a calculator to figure out what happens when those two collide. One's trying to explode, the other's trying not to get vaporized. And that's exactly why Tarver's fascinated. This isn't your standard boxing matchup. It's a glitch in the matrix. Everyone watching knows what's at stake. If Tank lands flush, it's game over. But if Jake uses his size, manages distance, and turns it into a tactical power chess match, we might witness one of the strangest yet most entertaining exhibitions in combat sports history.
Make numbers, do numbers and everything. I just don't know how the fight's gonna unfold.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
A lot of times when you that much bigger than a guy, you can just hold him off. You know what I mean? He just swinging and all that, but I don't know, bro. I have to see them in the ring and see how it even looks.
Tarver's analyzing it like a veteran, but the rest of us, we're just here for the chaos, and honestly, every second of it is pure entertainment. At its core, this fight isn't just power versus precision. It's a full-blown spectacle, where boxing collides with Hollywood and chaos cashes a check. You've got Floyd Mayweather back in the lab, polishing Tank until he shines like a diamond. You've got Jake Paul turning the ring into a playground for millionaires. And you've got icons like Robert Garcia and Antonio Tarver chiming in like it's the crossover episode no one saw coming. This isn't just another fight night, it's a moment. The kind you'll remember exactly where you were when it went down. Whether you think Tank's too small, Jake's too confident, or Floyd's too calculated to lose his touch, one thing's guaranteed. Someone's leaving richer, someone's leaving humbled, and the rest of us will be replaying it and arguing about it for years to come.
But hey, man, that's just me speaking from experience. Like I said, today is a different era in boxing. It's a different time. You know what I mean? Everybody chasing a bag. And I think that's what's really motivating most of these guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?